everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Fazila, you're tuning into Fazila Reads. So today I'll be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. I'm relatively new to Booktube, so I thought this would be a great way to introduce myself on Booktube and share a few things about me. I'm Fazila, I'm from Kerala, India. I'm currently living in the UAE. I'm a full-time homemaker. I've got 3 kids and I spend most of my free time reading. So without further ado, let's get into the question, shall we? So the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel to share my love of reading and also thoughts on books I read. I also wanted to find some new bookish friends with whom I can discuss books. You can never have too many bookish friends in my opinion. So the second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I hope I can bring my own style to Booktube, share some new books, ideas and perspectives, and also my own bookish discussions and reviews. I'm an eclectic reader and I read most genres, and so I always have a great selection of books to talk about. Next question is, what are you most excited for this new channel? I'm just excited for the new chapter of my bookish journey in life and also to find more books to read and discuss it with all of you guys. Finding a new bookish family here on Booktube would be a dream come true. The fourth question is, why do you love reading? I love reading because books gives me a lot of joy. It also transports me to new worlds and is a wonderful form of escapism for me. I love that I can also experience and learn new things, ideas that I normally wouldn't be able to do due to the limitations that we have. So yeah, that's about it. What book or series got you into reading? So I started reading and enjoying stories at a very early age, kind of around grade 1 or 2. I stayed during those years with my maternal grandparents. So I remember them getting the Reader's Digest subscription that, the storybooks that you get every month. And they used to buy me these storybooks in my native language, which is Malayalam. And so the books were basically in comic strip style for the most part, like Balarama, Panchantantram and other books, Balamankalam also. Even if I couldn't read very well, they used to read it to me, and so I fell in love with these storytelling and stories. That's how I started reading. Sixth question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, this is a bit of a hard one. I don't know how to ask just one question, so I'll go for 2. I would like to know what their process of reading is like, and also if they could pick one book to read for the rest of their life, which one would it be? That's it. So the 7th question is, what challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the most obvious one is showing my face and talking to the camera. I find it hard to speak to the camera and I get stuck a lot. So this is the reason why I haven't shown my face in any of my videos. But I still hope you guys will like my content. When did you start reading? As I mentioned earlier, I started reading very young. I was not very fluent at the time. Reading English books, I probably started at around 3rd grade or something. When I was in boarding school, I used to love reading all the fairy tales at the time. Also used to get Tintin comics and other books from the flight while traveling to meet my parents. So that was how I got into reading. 9th question is, where do you read? I love to read mostly on my bed or couch. I also read on my chair. I read throughout the day, so I kind of move around the house and change places. One day I'm going to have a cozy reading nook, and then I'll finally stop hopping from place to place. So the 10th question is, what kind of books do you like to read? So I started reading comics and then started on with short stories, and then once I got to high school, I read a mix of genres. I read Jane Austen, Harry Potter, and Blyton's books, and some mystery thrillers thrown in there as well. Once I got to college, I started romance, historical fiction, historical romance, more thrillers, a couple of literary and women's fiction, and contemporary as well. Once I started my book blog and Goodreads, I've been reading a good mix of books. I started back on the fantasy train. Last year, towards the end, I started reading and adding a lot more epic and adult fantasies onto my reading list. And so this year, I've been reading mostly fantasy. And so my current mood is obviously fantasy right now. So the final question is, what does my book collection look like? So this is my modest collection and I've been collecting them over the course of the past few years. So let's show you guys. That's it for today, folks. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon. Thank you for watching. Until next time.